welcome back to a new video, and well, this is darker than I expected it to be. Oh well. As long as I can still capture some type of image, and these are catching light in the worst way possible. So I decided I wanted to get another case for my computer, because one I have causes a lot of issues due to the fact that there's enough ports on the front to where you can go and put in 3 DVD drives if you want to, or a fan controller or something like that. But the third slot is down too far, and they put the drive bay way up high, and so it's not going to work. So I thought, okay, that's fine. I got enough space for the top two that'll, balance things out. Then I go to slide in my hard drive. Go to put into the middle area to screw it in. 3.5 inch drive, and it's not even lining up with all the holes. So I've got holding on by 2 holes, and the middle slot is up too high, and so is the bottom slot because there's a fan put right in front of it. DIY PC did not know what they were doing when designing this case. I got the T1-R from DIY PC. Then there's the problem with my graphics card. It's capable of supporting a full-length graphics card with no problem. At least that's in theory. In practice, length isn't the issue if you figure out how to go and wiggle the graphics card around so it'll get underneath the slat that hides the, well, basically the front fan and the drive bays and whatnot. So that was difficult. That was a few months ago. I didn't have much money to go and put into a case. I thought I'll, just cheap out on a case. Go with the cheapest one I can find that's a full-size case, a mid-tower instead of a smaller case, because it would have caused issues with how much wiring I have. And so, now that I've actually got some money, I decided I'd fork out a little bit just to buy a new case. So I'm looking around, and I find this one by Thermaltake. Beautiful cube case. Made so that way the front panel can be flipped around any way you want, and you can have the computer completely upside down if you wanted. You can have the whole thing mounted so it's on its side. Even the front I/O panel is capable of moving because of the way it was made. $60. I think, okay, I guess I'll find something cheaper. So I scroll down a little bit on Amazon, because they have their suggestions. And I find this Rexgear, what's it called? Rexgear 1 Micro ATX Cube. Aerocool also decided to go and model one of theirs after the Rexgear 1. This is a beautiful case. Aggressive look to it. Micro ATX. And if it's a full-size graphics card, 200mm fan on the front, you can put a 200mm fan on the top. It's got some fins on the top that you have a little slider, you just slide it back and forth, and then you get to go and open up the fins or close them a little bit. 2 fans on the back, space for 2 fans. So the rear of the case is capable for up to 240 millimeter fans, and it's actually pretty good by the way it looks. The motherboard tray is removable, so you could technically, if you wanted to, use it as a test bench. Capable for, I do believe, up to 3 regular hard drives. Yeah, 3 regular hard drives, 2 2.5-inch hard drives or SSDs, depending on what you go with. And if you really wanted to, you could go and replace the 200 millimeter fan on the front with a couple of 120 millimeter fans for the front, 2 of them, and 2 for the top. It's got support for water cooling. And it's a good case overall. Honestly, from what I've seen, not many people have given it much love, so I'll be the first person on YouTube to actually go and show it off and do much of a build in it. There's only one other person who's actually done this, and he was rebuilding his computer for his brother. I intend on upgrading my computer, and so I'm going to be using that as my case and hopefully repurposing my old one. And the Husky thinks that I have to pet her. No matter what, I gotta pet her, because otherwise it's just the end of the world for her. Isn't that right, Dopey? Come on. Yep, so instead of building a new computer and forking out $700 for it, I'm just gonna upgrade. Why pay out a bunch of money when I don't have to? I upgrade, I get a nice guitar, do all kinds of things that I need to make the computer compatible with Windows 10. And it's just a cheap upgrade too, so putting more RAM into it, putting a actually 80 plus certified power supply into it. I don't even know how reliable mine is, so that's why I have to put a different power supply in it. Getting an i3, that'll be a big jump. Most people would get an i5, but I'm not going to. An i3 is the lowest tier you can get. Pentium is above that, and I could technically get a Pentium processor. They're good processors. And then i3 is above that, i5, then i7, and now i9. Oh no, but i18. I don't know. Whatever. Not like it matters. So that's basically the plan, is to get an i3, more RAM, better hard drive. You know, by better I mean a SSD and a hard drive. So I'll have more space, a lot more space actually. And then maybe down the line a capture card. So that'll be good. That's the plan. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. And we're ending at 1 minute and 36 seconds.